Sorry about that. All right, so today we're talking about the area of circles. Just like with circumference, area has a formula. And so the formula is pi r squared. Let's see how this works. Okay. I hope everyone realizes that when we're talking about circumference, that was the distance around a circle, and the area is the area inside of a circle. Now when we find the area of the circles, we want to count the number of squares that are inside of a circle. You may say that's kind of tough because it's a circle. There's not exactly perfect squares in here. It's true. But you'll notice that we've got a radius of 3 with this one. So if I first one, I want to count the full circles. Notice there are some, or excuse me, want to count the full squares. There are some that are very easy to count. That's these. Count them up: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 full squares. And then I'm going to count these as full squares because check it out, they are almost full squares. They're just barely over. So I'm going to count those as full because they are so close. And I got 24 total full squares. Now the next thing I have here is I'm going to count half squares. And if you notice when I put in the gray, this gets me half squares. So I get 1 half, 2 halves, 3 halves, 4 halves, 5 halves, 6 halves, 7 halves, 8 halves, and 8 halves is 4 wholes. So if I want to know what was the about area inside the circle, I could say that it's 28 squares, right? 24 plus 4. So now let's take a look at our formula, which was pi r squared. So pi r squared, the radius was 1, 2, 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and that's why I get 9 times 314, which gets me 28.26 is what I think the number of squares are in there, about. And notice how close I was. All right. So that's how we find the area. So rather than having to count all the squares that are inside, what we do is we use the formula, and we're able to get a nice estimate of how many squares are inside of a circle. All right, let's use that formula. So the area is pi r squared. What if I told you the radius was 7 meters? Well, that would be pi times 7 squared, and that gets you 49 pi. And since we know our pi multiplication facts, that's going to be really easy to do. We get our answer, 153.86 meters squared, or there should be about, with a 7 here, there should be about 153.86 perfect squares inside there. Kind of amazing, I think. All right, so if I give you the radius is 6 feet, see if you can figure it out. Okay, I'm back. Did you get to 36 pi? Did you multiply by 3.14? Did you get 113.04 feet squared? That would be the question. All right. What if I tell you the diameter? Well, you have to remember the diameter is the distance all the way across. The radius is the distance halfway across. And so, did you know the radius was going to be 10 yards? And when we square it, we get 100 pi, which is a nice 314 yards squared. All right, here you go. This one's yours. The diameter is 28 yards. Dun, dun, dun. Did you realize that meant the radius was 14? 14 times 14, 196. Everybody knows that. And you multiply 196 times 3.14, and boy, if you know your multiplication facts of pi, this is going to go so much faster than if you don't. And you get your answer, 615.44 yards squared. All right, that's how you find the area of a circle. Pretty easy. Step 1, write the formula. Step 2, plug in the numbers. Step 3, get the answer. If you guys got any questions on this, don't be afraid to ask your teacher. Have a good one, everybody.